Ghost Runner 2s.
Come on. There we go. All right. So we're going to share that. Copy the link. Go to mine. And go to my Facebook.
Cool. Well, everybody.
Somebody's already watching. Look at that. Maybe that's me.
It's probably you.
Yeah, probably.
Well, welcome to the Wellsology podcast. I'm now deeming Wednesdays Wellsology Wednesdays.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's mine now. Nobody else can use it. So I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but here we are.
We'll figure something out. We always do.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna go with my original idea
And
though.
somebody
Whoa,
did
why
something.
the hell not?
Oh, shared my stream. Thanks, Nick. Dude, wow. Nick's like my biggest supporter. His thing always pops up, and I'm just like, who's that? Oh, it's Nick.
It's me.
Oh, God. You know, like how I lose my vape all the time? Well, you ain't gonna believe what the fuck's happening right now.
Dogs?
No, I lost my vape again.
Oh.
What the fuck? Yeah.
First world problems.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not true, dude. There's some, like, people in Afghanistan who, like, fucking smoke reefer, like, on a daily.
Well, yeah, because they
I wish I lived
like
in fucking...
have all kinds.
Honestly,
No,
like...
you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
No. Alright, look, I got, like, what, 800 in my savings? If I just took all that out and transferred it to, like, whatever currency is in Afghanistan, I'd be fucking rich. Like, you know how many AK-47s I could probably give out to people? Like...
Not as many as you think. That's the thing. It may seem like you get a lot of money, but it's still gonna. So let's say 800, and I'm not even spitballing here. I'm just making up. $800 maybe gets you 8 million of the local currency. 8 million local currency is still gonna buy you $800 worth of stuff.
Wow.
So.
Well, fuck it. Rob a bank and then go and get out of the country. They can't chase you then.
There's so many more places I'd rather go than there.
There's so many places I'd rather go to. I actually had this, like, I have this, like, sort of fantasy, like, if I, like, fail in my life, I'm just gonna take all my savings and money and just buy a houseboat. You guys know what I'm talking about? And there's, like, boats that are houses, but, like, they're boats.
Yeah.
I'll invest all my money into that.
But why does that have to be a fail safe? Why can't that be like a dream, a goal? Because like I want to buy an RV.
Alright, that's
And that's
true,
not like
but
a-
here's the thing, like, Jesus Christ, I have 6 viewers. It's like the biggest, most viewers I've ever had. Anyway.
Oh my God, we're famous!
I'm famous
We're
now!
famous!
Yes!
No
No,
photos, flash
like-
photography.
If I got, like, a houseboat, right, I could, like, go anywhere I want, except for maybe, like, I don't know.
Land.
Well, can you take, like, a boat and go to a different country? Or do you have to, like, pay something?
Probably.
A houseboat. I mean, probably your best bet might be like Canada or Mexico. But as far as like a houseboat, like on a river, there's no way they can handle the ocean or the sea. So now, if you buy a yacht, then you can go to another country.
Yachts are
But-
expensive. And,
Houseboats aren't cheap either, but
yeah, but, like, I
You
probably...
can steal it.
I could afford a houseboat. I can't afford a yacht.
you could steal it. We
Yeah,
were
be
already
like
talking
a
about
real pirate.
robbing a bank, so
I could just be an actual pirate. I'm
Arr.
like, have, like, a hat and everything. I don't know.
Or you could be like one of those do-it-yourselfers and like make a boat.
I feel like that would
Yeah.
be a lot more money, though.
Not as much as if you actually bought a yacht, you know. Because if you actually
Children.
do the labor and stuff like that.
Yes, my kids are fucking insane.
Are they? They're
So,
fucking
God,
insane. Who's
yes,
insane?
they're
Who are they
fucking
fucking?
insane. They're not fucking anybody, but
Oh, why are you going down that? That's kind of messed up.
It's it depends on the society culture you're in.
Listen. Do not. Just yeah. 22 it.
20 to it.
Yes, fucking goddamn 22 it.
So
what am I looking for here? All right.
all right. So Nick, you wanted to talk about some additions coming to our wonderful community, sir.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Oh, now he's
Why
teasing.
don't you start that bullshit?
You damn tease.
Well, it's my birthday at
Happy
midnight.
birthday,
Happy
Nick!
birthday. I don't have anything. Like, I can
Yo.
just, like... No, I don't got anything.
So, as a birthday gift to myself, I bought some things for the server
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
that
Yay,
will
I
be
think.
here soon, hopefully. And yeah, so lots of new things for the server. Should I tell her what it is, or should I keep that a secret?
We
I think
could
you
we can
should.
say they're new buildings,
It's in the script.
and we'll just leave it
Alright,
at that.
follow the
We'll
script,
just leave it at
Nick.
that.
You know the script I sent you? You gotta follow that.
You got a script?
You didn't get it? God damn it.
Wait a minute, hold on, let me look. Nope, I don't see a script.
Shit.
I thought we were doing off the cuff with Wellsology.
Yeah.
Which page are we on?
I think my dog ate it.
It
Wait,
looks. Wait, if this is the script, it looks like you just spit in the page and gave it to me.
Oh yeah, I got the same spit stain too.
Don't worry about that. It might be a spit stain. Yeah.
So I think we're spitballing.
So basically, hey,
I didn't get that. And so, is that like what you were trying to say?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
I
so
honestly
lost.
don't know.
Alright, so what? Buildings are coming?
some interiors, civilians.
We're getting interior
Basically-
civilians?
Yes, because everyone's so hollow inside.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's how I am most of the time. So
Explain.
So basically, I myself as a civilian, I feel like there was a few things kind of missing that could really enhance the server. So I decided to donate about $100 to get some interiors. Nothing crazy, just a few interiors.
Yay. Fun.
Yeah,
I'm so happy. So,
but
okay. New interiors. Sweet.
I
'cause
definitely,
I always love
I def-
when civilians run into things and can shoot me when I enter
Oh,
them.
they are not those kind of interiors.
Oh.
They're
Like,
actually interiors that you can
actually-
just walk right into without having to teleport into them and stuff.
Oh, that's great. Because I hate it.
Yeah, I
when
heard about that nightmare.
Click a button. It's just like, hey, you have like 6 guns pointed at you. Like, yay.
So I guess I'll tell you about one of them.
Oh, we get to see one.
Well, I can't show you, but
You could.
one of them is a hipster bar.
Okay.
It's located on the corner in Legion Square. It's like kind of diagonal from where what's it called? Ammunition is. Like, you know where there's like that little parking lot across the street from Ammunition?
Yeah.
It's like on the same block as the bank.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's literally right on the corner there. And it's pretty cool because when you drive by at night, you'll be able to see it all lit up. So.
ooh, it's gonna look pretty at night.
Mm-hmm. And then the other business that I'm not going to mention will be on another corner, and I think it's on the other side of Legion Square. So basically, Legion Square will get a little bit more traffic.
Thanks, Gomez, for the like.
Hey, Gomez.
I'm looking up like hipster bar, and it just looks like a bar.
Yeah, it's it's hipster. I believe we get a gay bar with it too.
Dude,
So David would really have a lot of fun
David's
there.
definitely going to that.
Listen here, motherfucker.
David, we know the truth. Come
Yeah,
on,
no,
you just
yeah, not
you
one-
just
I
gotta
don't-
accept
no,
it.
no.
Honestly, I can say
I'm pretty sure I get more pussy than every fucking one of you in here. So
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a lie because you're in a relationship. That's not true.
Yeah, technically you only get one. And it's just like
well,
it's like a
you know.
reusable one.
Unfortunately, I have the
Wait a minute.
as,
Are
as
we
per
talking?
the relationship contract, I have the right to request it at any
Wait,
time.
hang on,
That's
That's
David.
because
fine. That's
doesn't
fine.
mean
You
get
could
it.
request it. It's just it doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
But that request could either be dead on arrival or yeah, there we fucking go.
So, David,
I'm going with
is
DOA.
your missus nearby?
No, she's at work. Thank
Alright.
fucking God.
Because
See, that just tells me right there.
King brought up a very good question in the group chat, and it needs to be
Uh-huh.
addressed.
No, it does not.
It does. I'm gonna find it.
This has
you want me
nothing
to-
to
do you
do
want
with
me
the
to,
community. This has nothing to do with WRP.
No, it's too late now.
Do you want me to bring up your business dealings with a certain David unit that's no longer with us?
It's too late. I've already asked.
David, that's bad, dude.
I'm
think
not
we should
gonna-
skip this
I'm-
topic,
I'm
please.
not gonna break him down that bad, man.
I'm hitting skip.
Yeah. We do have the skip option
Alright, you know
here.
what?
So
If Jordan joins us, I'll ask. Because
Why is this not
she's the
fucking
female
working?
that needs to answer this. Because, you
Well,
know,
I don't know if she
you know,
needs
fuck it,
to.
You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm reading it because I gotta talk about it. Does ribbed? Rippled? I thought it was rippled.
Ribbed.
No.
Ribbed? Does-
R.I.
Does ribbed condoms for her pleasure really work? Now, here's the thing.
Wait, what the hell's a condom?
How many kids you got, Nick?
One that I know about?
So here's my thing. Alright, whether
One that
you
you know
use
about.
condoms or you don't, if the chance that you are gonna go and buy them, right? I'm not spending an extra $6 if it doesn't work.
This has nothing to do with
It
WRP.
doesn't matter. It's Wellsology podcast. We can talk
Absolutely
about
not.
whatever.
No, I understand that, but we're trying to promote the community, and the people are gonna see us. They're gonna be like, "God, they're a bunch of fucked up individuals."
Alright, but these are questions I need answered because, I mean, here's the thing, like, there comes a time in a relationship where there's trust that is made to where, like, me personally, there's that trust between both of us to where she knows I'm going to be able to pull it out. But
My pull-up game is weak.
but I have a pretty strong pull-out game, I'm not gonna lie. Even drunk me, dude, like, if I'm intoxicated, right?
Wait a
even-
minute. How
even-
how many minutes are we into this podcast, and it's already gone down the
It's
tubes?
we're coming on 13 minutes right now.
If we're
And
talking about
it's-
drunk you, we don't need to even fucking go there because we know how drunk you works out.
Oh God, David with the zingers tonight.
Alright, but anyway, like, thanks, Kel, for the follow. So yeah, anyway, like, there comes a time where you're gonna need to use a condom, right? And so,
Yeah.
are you going to use that are you gonna spend $6 more for something that doesn't work? I feel like Trojan, you know, everybody knows Trojan. I feel like they just decided to be like, you know what? Do you know what? We're gonna get these guys so good and make a shit ton of money. We're gonna fucking put these little things on there and say it works 10 times better than the normal ones. Okay? And then we're just gonna go ahead and make everybody buy those thinking it's gonna be the best one yet.
All right, so I'm gonna address Gomez's fucking question right
Dude,
now.
that's what I'm
Hold on.
losing my shit about.
Hold on.
What? The vending machines?
Hold on. No. All right, so, yeah, I'm about to address that. I'm about to address that, Gomez. Let me explain something to you. When you've been with a woman as long as I have, you tend to get annoyed with each other. And King is laughing, and that's fine. You tend to get annoyed with each other, and it comes down to a point where you don't really feel the relationship out no more, unfortunately.
You just
So,
don't
yeah.
care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about anything any goddamn way. So I mean, you know.
That is a bold-faced lie. Bold-faced
is
lie.
it? Is it? Okay. Well, no, you're right. I'm wrong. I care about my kids. Okay.
There you go.
I do care about my kids.
Well, that's where you
But yes.
fucked up, David. See, maybe if you actually purchased the rippled condoms, you wouldn't have kids right now.
Still calling it
No,
rippled.
okay.
It's ribbed.
Here.
It's ribbed.
Ribbed.
No, no.
It's got ribs.
That is a
Hold on.
ripple.
Ridges.
A
Hold
ripple.
on, Mr.
A
Mr.
ripple
Wells.
is like on the water. It
Okay.
ripples on the water.
All right. All right.
Yeah, the motion of the ocean.
Where
All right,
is? There it is. Okay. I need.
All right, so listen. A ripple is what happens when you have fucking kids and the whole space-time continuum fucks up. All right.
Okay.
I wouldn't know personally because I don't have any children that I know of. And watch. Somebody watches this shit and be like, I fucked that
Well,
guy 20 years ago. He kind of looked. My kid kind of looks like him. I'm like, fucking shit.
Okay. No, hang on.
Well, no, Gomez, that's actually incorrect. I do get some. It's just seldom.
Uh-oh.
Put this out for everybody,
What the?
and then I'll move it. I'll move it over here.
God damn it!
Okay. So
Why are we doing this?
why?
Oh my God.
So let me just click on my stream here. All right.
We really should not be doing
Everybody
go.
stops watching.
Dude, the whole
All right.
goddamn shit. Just
So
what the fuck?
as you can
Now,
see on this beautiful
Whoa.
diagram.
Well, hold
What
on.
is it, health class?
Before you get too in depth here, for those that are viewing, yeah, we do talk about this shit in our Discord on the regular. Do we do this stuff in the server? No.
No, we do not. This is this has nothing to do with WRP at all. So.
So here we are. I don't even want to. I feel like that would honestly probably hurt. Not gonna lie.
Which one are you pointing at?
Like the fucking
Well, I
dog
mean,
shit.
Well, wait a minute. How would you know it hurts, man? You got something you want to tell us?
Well, it's
I mean, no. Like,
okay.
Would you want fucking little fucking spiky hole things? Like, is it? I mean,
Bro,
I know
it's
it's not
it's
spiky,
not
but
spiky.
Got to read the fucking box. It says rib for her pleasure, not rib to like cause her pain. All right. I mean, shit.
all right. But I feel like this is just, you know,
I mean,
Magnum condoms or Trojans sitting here trying to like,
Hey,
you know, maximize profit over here. See, I can understand.
Listen.
Like, how does these little fucking tiny little slit things? How does that give her more pleasure than if it's just like your dick's already inside her?
listen, bro.
but that's
I
not
was
what they
fucking
always
saying-
need. That's not
Bro.
that's not what they always need.
Well,
You know.
I don't know about you guys, but that's enough for me. I mean,
All right, let me
Well,
just.
but it's
okay,
not
no,
just
no.
about you.
No. Okay, listen. This is not some 18th century fucking torture device, okay? It's, you know, modernized. And the fact that you have it saying all these little bullet points about it seems like we're going through sex ed class, but I digress. It's just, it's a gray area. Fuck it, I'm not really talking about this right now.
alright, you know what?
I wouldn't.
Come
Change
the subject.
Someone get Wellsology. Dude, I've been there, done that. Don't worry. So, okay.
Guys, I've been there for a while. Holy shit, you got 11 people watching? Look at you go, Wells.
Well, that's what happens when you add everybody.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. Moving on from the ribbed
Go,
condom.
Wes.
I called it ribbed this time. You know,
You
when I
did.
think of ribbed, I honestly think of like ribs. But
You sick.
what? So
My kids are
anyway,
Yeah.
what to? So yeah, we just to let everybody watching know we had nothing planned today. Somebody actually King's like, are we doing a podcast today? I'm like,
No, it was Jordan.
oh, Jordan.
He's not even here.
Yeah,
Jordan
Jordan
asked
Harper's
about it.
not even fucking here. She's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. I'm like,
I know she's
okay.
out with her boyfriend. I'll be back at like 11:30, 12 o'clock. I'm like, my ass is gonna be in bed. I'm the old man. I go to bed early. I am, but dude, I did 23 hours yesterday. Got a 4-hour nap. Had to get up,
Now,
go
King.
do some family stuff, and then got a 2-hour nap after that. So
Now, King. Let me say this to you. You always preach to suck it up and walk it off. Walk it off, Buttercup.
wait. Can we see it?
I'm not walking out.
Yeah, I did that already. Thank you very much. I don't have to do it anymore.
Really noted.
He's fucking pulling the goddamn soldier card. Pulling the soldier card. It's okay. I respect everybody who's a soldier.
No.
Yeah. Don't Why?
You're
I'm
gonna
a-
become that.
I'm like
You're gonna become that. You're gonna become that
I gotta
bitch boy
pick the
I
someday.
dog.
am gonna be becoming that bitch boy someday, but you know what? That's fine. They can pay for all this bitch boy stuff, like my
Yeah.
ripped condoms.
God, it's gonna be the theme
Oh,
of the podcast
that'll
tonight.
never go away.
I should have just never said. I was just trying to be funny, and you guys took it way too fucking serious.
All of his questions that needed to be answered. Speaking of,
Oh,
um,
so
okay, so when is it gonna snow?
honestly, I mean, this year it's just been weird weather-wise. So, I mean, I saw snow here in the Midwest back in beginning of October, and like tomorrow they're calling for highs in the 60s.
It was
So-
fucking snowing. I drove to the gas station yesterday to fill up a car, and I was like driving home. It's just like you see like the little fucking white things. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's snow. Shit. And then
Yeah.
if it was gonna snow even harder, like I woke up the next day and hopefully it was gonna be all white out, but it was not. I was gonna say if it snowed, if I saw like a little bit of snow on the ground, I was gonna take a picture of that and post it in fucking goddamn general chat and being like, all right, it's gotta snow now. it's on the East Coast.
I think we're probably gonna end up maybe after Thanksgiving. It might happen. So, to kind of get into the Christmas spirit.
Let me just
So,
say this.
and any of you that play Christmas music before Thanksgiving, go away.
Go away. Fuck
Let's
you
do.
mean go
Let's
away?
let's get Thanksgiving. Let's get
I'm just
Thanksgiving,
waiting for like.
and then let's
Hold
go to
on.
Christmas.
I know it's not around Christmas time. So like when I scroll through TikTok, right? That's how I kind of gauge, holidays and things. Cause like if it's like a thing, if it's a trend, it's gonna be on TikTok. So that's how I gauge the world news now.
For now, until something else comes out next year, and then that'll be the gauge.
Yeah, most likely. But so like here's the thing. So I'm scrolling through. I'm not seeing anything for Thanksgiving or Christmas yet. But
Surprising.
I know it is surprising. Now, like I get the occasional like some fucking like girls dressed up in some fucking like just like a Santa hat and that's it. But other than that, I mean,
That's PornhubPremium.com.
oh shit, you're right.
Or OnlyFans. That's what you're watching the wrong social medium.
And I really like OnlyFans.
That's what got you in trouble the last time, Wells. You might want to chill out with that. Man.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
if I could, I would definitely have an OnlyFans. Like if someone would pay
Well,
me
I mean-
to spin my butthole, I would do it.
Fuck.
See, here's the thing. I don't really want to get that political, right? So let's not get into that side. But let's just
Nope.
Let's just take like a second to say, if I was a girl and I was doing this podcast, I'd have probably 1,000 viewers already. Right?
Well,
Can
I
we
mean,
all agree
yeah.
on that? I'm alright. Granted, if I was
Yeah, I mean, shit, dude, because half the women that get on these goddamn streams have their tits half hanging the fuck out.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't got tits, but I mean, I can take this off, and maybe we can get some more viewers or some shit like that.
No, you keep.
I think Nick and I got the tits to make it go well.
Alright.
Wow.
Don't
Wow.
worry. I'll update your guys'
Not
contracts.
like that, you fuck.
Hey, I got boobs.
Dude, Brown's like, I feel like most of WRP is watching this podcast right now, and I'm just like, probably because there really ain't that. I mean, how many people are on the server? Let's see.
I did make an announcement.
85. No, I'm just kidding. We can't even have
I wish.
I wouldn't.
We got 15 right
If
now.
I saw 85 out of 64, I'd be a little second guessing, like, what the fuck's going on here?
I'd be like,
Something like that.
I gotta go, guys. I gotta check the server, see what the
King's
hell's
just
going
like,
on.
Dude, shit's breaking.
Be like,
Yeah.
ah, something's broken down.
Ah.
Oh well,
I mean, I did make an announcement, so yeah, there's probably people watching.
Hashtag Wellsology now selling Gamer Girl P. As
gross.
you guys know. So, yeah. I was really bored today. I was so bored today.
What the fuck, Hutch?
That's every day for you, man. Ain't it?
Gamer girl.
Every day? Well, no. I have days where, like, I can hop on, play a game or something, get on an RP, you know, but like today I was just like extremely bored and I just had nothing to do. What, Nick?
Well,
Oh yeah.
sure. Well, you'll have that, from time to time and stuff like that. So it's like,
Wellsology is now selling gamer girl peep. All right, I'm gonna touch on that. Okay, it's called Two Girls One Cup. All right.
Oh no, not again.
okay.
No,
Now
no,
hold on.
that-
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Now, Wells, you probably know about that because we're fucked up. But second part is I want to say this was like maybe a month and a half ago. We were in
Oh god.
just the general room talking about it, and I made a mention, and they're like, "What's that?" And I swear to God, I went digging for like an hour just trying to find the goddamn video, and I started it, and they're just like, "Nope, nope, not watching it." And I'm like, "Yep, we're done with that right now." I was like, it took me forever to find the damn thing, but
Just
hold
whatever
on.
you do, don't mention the blue waffle.
Okay, hold on. I'm sure that is not as bad as the shit that Caden puts in NSFW.
No, no, no. It's bad.
no,
I'm-
Caden does put some weird shit there.
See, here's the thing. I would be interested to see if somebody actually sat there and watched the entire thing. I think I got about maybe 30 seconds in, and I started gagging. Like, it ain't. Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, nope.
My dad's never gonna watch this shit. So back when it was like the rage and all this other stuff, and I thought, God, I finally got
Rage?
something. Yeah, when everybody was talking about this shit, when you guys were, well, Nick, David, you probably weren't quite kids, but Wells was in the single digits. And I thought for sure, I was like, this is like gonna be the line for my father. Now, mind you, my father's a two-tour Vietnam vet. He was EOD. So, I mean, he saw a lot of fucked up shit and stuff like that. And he watched the whole goddamn thing. And then I'm just sitting there. I'm not watching it. I'm on the other side of the laptop watching him watch that. And he's just... And I'm like... And he watched the whole goddamn thing. And then he looked up at me and he just saw that look on my face and he's like, what? I'm like, are you not like repulsed or grossed out or anything like that? He's like, no, I don't see anything wrong with it. I was like, oh my God. It's like, Dad, I know you were fucked up, but holy shit.
That takes a special person. Like, to even
I mean,
say,
it's pretty gross.
like, alright. Just the fact that he sat there and he didn't, like, click off. Like, to him to sit there and actually want to watch it, like, is so, like, why? I don't see
It's not so much that it's not so much that he wanted to watch it. He just watched the whole goddamn thing, and he was just like, "What?"
Dude, no
And I'm
point.
just like, "Oh my God, Jesus Christ!"
You know what video really got me?
Which
The
one was
video of the girl that takes her tampon and sucks it. Sucks. Yeah. Oh.
that?
I don't remember what it was called, but it was awful.
Trying to fucking eat, man.
I was gonna hit this, but I'm second guessing it now.
Oh God, Jesus! Oh,
I forget what it was called.
I don't care.
Don't
don't
fucking
care.
Do it. Don't fucking do it, man. I know you, Nick, and I know you want to bring it up, and I know you want to put it in NSFW, but I have a feeling that might get you kicked out of the community.
As a community coordinator, don't.
No.
I don't have
Don't
power.
do it.
Listen,
No, man.
Nick, I don't got the power to kick you out of the community, but holy fuck, I be calling somebody because, like, I'll be hitting up my FBI agents and being like, look, man, I won't be selling
FBI,
AK-47.
FBI or FIB?
FIB or FIB. I mean, honestly, FIB would probably come in and kick me out as well, just because FIB is stanks. But
No, them are the ones that beat the shit out of you with a flashlight, all right?
I think any
That's LSPD.
well, no, any San Andreas like
There you go.
GTA lore department, fucking.
Are you serious, Nick? God.
Did he
Jesus
actually
Christ.
do it?
I have a celebrity now. Need a famous
he
man who understands my taste.
So that's the girl.
They brought you a snack. Bear Grylls.
After you eat it, you're gonna be dehydrated, so you're gonna have to piss in a cup and drink it. Like, what? I don't know why. I don't know how he started that trend or some shit like that. Where like he has the entire world believing that if you're dehydrated, right, and you need to like drink water, that you need to like drink.
That's
your
the last
own
one.
piss. That's like the last thing you should do.
Oh, you can, because it's sterile for you.
No, doesn't it make you more dehydrated though?
There's a ton of water. Now,
Salt water.
don't get me wrong. There are impurities in there and stuff like that, but your body's just gonna process it again.
So what if I like piss in a
Oh.
cup and it took like a life straw and just like
Yeah, that would work. It tastes like shit, but guess what? You wouldn't get
Well,
dehydrated.
It's like piss.
And technically, astronauts as far as drinking piss goes, astronauts actually do drink their own piss. It's just fucking purified a
'cause
couple
I
of
do
times.
have a life straw. It's unused, so you know it's gonna be the purest.
Yeah, they recycle up in space. They recycle the
Yeah.
urine and stuff like that, and yeah, you eventually get around to drinking it again. I
I
mean,
drank my own piss once.
did you really?
Alright,
did.
look.
All right,
Was
explain.
was
Story time.
was it a sexual adventure?
No, it was just because I always try to be the funny guy, and somewhere along the lines, it's backfired quite a few times, I guess.
How much had you had to drink? How many drugs had you done? How much money was involved?
So I used to be straight edge, which is no drugs, no alcohol, no promiscuous sex.
That sounds boring as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, props to you, but
I mean, now I don't do drugs, so
like I
So-
just sat here and said that I had a boring day. I couldn't imagine.
But yeah, so basically, I was the straight edge kid that was always trying to be funny, and somewhere along the lines, I was like, "Hey, watch this."
I just realized I fucking shared this shit to my fucking gaming page so people could watch, and I need to go back and change the title to "Warning: Explicit Content."
I mean, every time YouTube asks, I had to like mark it to on YouTube for everything now to say no, it's not for kids. Why it keeps asking me after the first like 6 videos I've put out, like for my body cam footage, it's like I'm pretty sure every other video is me yelling at somebody, "Get the fuck on the ground!" Like, or I'll shoot your kneecaps
Show
or
me your
something.
goddamn fucking hands,
Yeah,
motherfucker!
yeah. It's just like you're seriously still asking me if this is for kids. Like, if it wasn't for kids then, it ain't gonna be for kids now. And I mean, I'm all for big time people who get like like Ninja for example. I know everybody doesn't like Ninja, but I'm pretty sure he went from kind of saying whatever to realizing, oh, most of my audience is the younger kids, so he cut back on a lot of his swearing and shit like that. Me, I kind of like don't give a fuck. So if somebody sat here and said that they have like like oh yeah, Wells, most of your audience is like kids, and you're just saying all this shit, and I'd be like, yeah, well, they gotta grow up somehow.
Well, to be perfectly honest, the kids are way worse at school.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking, I went down to these, like, I have these basketball courts, right? And, I remember when I was a kid, every time somebody would say, like, fuck or shit or something like that, as a little kid, I would die laughing. Why? Because you're a little kid and you don't hear that shit. So when you start hearing it, it's really funny. Well, that put me into perspective when me and my friend went down to the basketball courts, and, I was just shot, and I'm like, God damn it! Or my friend would, like, say, like, the word, I think he said the word dildo, and, like, these little kids were just fucking hysterical, like, dying on the ground laughing. And I'm just, like, looking over at my friend, like, was this, like, how we were when we were younger? And he's like, yeah.
So I have a funny story that's kind of along those same lines.
Okay.
So I grew up in a house where swearing was very, very, very common, and I had a little birthday party get-together thing at my house. I think I was like 15, 16. And I went upstairs, I think, to get like, maybe like get the pizza or get like my cake or something like that. And I come back down, and my bedroom door is locked, and I just hear my friends like laughing their asses off in my room, and eventually I get the door open, and everyone's calm. Everyone just kind of like, okay, like just like trying to hide their laughter, and then my one friend, who's the asshole, goes, "Man, I can't wait to go home and sleep in my nice warm bed." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I caught the hint, so I went over to my bed. I'm feeling it, and it was wet. And then my other friend came over and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, dude. I spilled some Mountain Dew on your bed."
Bullshit.
And I was like, "Oh, it's cool." And then like, smell it. It's Mountain Dew. Smell it. So I smelled it.
Oh man.
It's fucking piss. So
The warm shit it gave it away.
yeah, at that time, I turned around and the friend that told me that was Mountain Dew was gone, and we like ran out to my driveway and was trying to look for my friend, but they already took off running. So my dad comes outside, and he's basically gonna take us to my friend's house, who lived right up the road. And my one friend says, "Oh, I think he's staying at so and so's house in a town over." And my dad looks at my young friend and goes, "I don't give a fuck if he lives in bumfucked Egypt." And everyone started dying laughing because they've never heard, like, their parents never spoke any kind of bad words to them, and they just thought it was so funny that like he looked at him, a child, and said that to his face.
Well, it's like the first time, like, if the F word ever slipped out in my house, my mother would come on flipping glued. That was like, that and the C word were just no-goes. And the first time I ever heard my mother, the first time I ever heard my mother flip that F word out, I was just like, and I was in my 20s, so I was just like in complete and total shock. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, Mom's pissed.
So
I got one for y'all.
Go ahead. Share.
So, my mom was really the religious type of person. She didn't really like the word "God damn it," and
I can see that.
I got into some trouble at school. I actually got detained at school. Yeah, detained at school by the fucking SRO officer. I'm not gonna go into detail on that. So the whole way home, my mom is raising hell. She hasn't cussed yet. But everybody here knows me. I'm a smart ass sometimes.
Well, how'd you get detained? That's what
Sometimes?
How'd you get detained by the school resource officer? That's a story in its own that you need to share now.
Because I took off fucking running from the bastard.
Yeah, but like, you gotta like, what? Here's the thing. Like in my school, the school actually has a shit ton more power than the fucking SRO.
All right, I'll go into detail. Fuck it. So, I'd actually gotten into a fight.
Okay.
And run some poor bastard's head through a fucking locker.
Okay.
Because he called my mom a bitch.
That's understandable.
So I rammed his fucking head through a locker that didn't actually still there to this day. The SR officer got involved, and he was like, "Well, we got to do this, this, and this, and I need you to do this, this, and this." And I was still pissed off and high strung. I was like, "Bro, I'm not doing shit. Fuck you. All right, like I'm not doing shit." And I was maybe 15 or 16 years old at the time. It's like, bro, I'm not doing shit. You can go fuck yourself. And I'd come up with the decision in my mind that is like, you know, all right, I'm fed up with this shit. I'm going the fuck home. I'm gonna walk home because it wasn't that far. So I walk away. And I get to the exit door, and I see this big-ass, burly motherfucking SRO officer coming down the fucking hallway. I was like,
Run, bitch, run!
I was like, oh, fuck this shit. Boom! I'm gone. That motherfucker, I got to the end of the sidewalk, and that sumbitch had me.
So
I was like, all right. So my mom rolls up. I'm in the back of his fucking car, and because I was, you know, under the age of 18, they released me to her custody. My mom was so mad, and like I said, she hasn't cussed yet. We're in the car on the way home. She hasn't cussed yet. I said something to her. I don't remember what I said. No, yes I do. I was like, well, maybe if you and Dad wouldn't have raised me to be such a freaking asshole to everybody, preferably Dad because he was a goddamn Marine, and stuff like that, and it sent her through the fucking roof. She said, "God damn it, David Matthew Salvatore Ferriola, I never want to hear that shit come out of your fucking mouth again." I'm sitting here like, "You
Wait.
said it."
Wait, hang on.
Yeah, but then you knew your ass was fucking fried.
Do you have 2 middle names?
Yes, yes, I do actually. So, my first name David. That's after my dad. Matthew is something my mom came up with because she was religious, like I said, and Matthew is a chapter in the Bible. God fucking help me.
Matthew was an apostle.
Whatever. So Salvatore was my father's father, and he died on the day before I was born, August 15th, and I was born on August 16th. So my dad wanted his name incorporated into my name. And then Ferriola is just a long history of names going way back to the 1800s.
I still need to figure out if you're related to my aunt.
I
haven't figured that out yet.
I really don't know, man. I mean, I don't even know if I got family in Florida. I'd have to ask my dad. He would know.
I don't know. They've been up to the Carolinas to see
like,
family.
King's
so.
like your fucking like distant uncle.
Yeah, somewhere down the line, like.
Oh no, it'd be like 5th cousin, 4 times
Turns out
removed.
he's like your fucking godfather or some shit.
Yeah.
So, I have a funny story involving school.
Go ahead.
So, I did not finish high school.
That's
That
all right.
doesn't
Nothing
really
wrong with that.
surprise me. That actually. You know.
Oh, that's
Like,
a
no,
dick
no,
move.
no, seriously, no shame towards you. Like, I almost didn't finish high school, but I mean, that's just saying.
So-
Like, I can see it.
The reason why I didn't finish high school is because my second freshman year, I failed my first freshman year because I was a piece of shit, and the second one,
Wait a minute. I thought you said you were straight laced.
I mean now because I'm old and boring.
No, back then you said you didn't drink, do drugs, promiscuous.
Yeah, I didn't do that stuff, but I still fucked around and did stupid shit. So I didn't finish my first freshman year. So my second time around, I basically it started with like we were sitting at this little diner thing, and my one friend says, "Hey, there's four of us at this table," and my one friend says, "Listen, I feel like I'm not going to be remembered because I'm just so average." And then they look at my other friend who was fat and jolly and just got along with everybody and said, "You're going to be remembered because everyone just loves you." And then he looks at me and says, "I'm sorry, Nick, but no one's going to remember you because you're just so average looking," which I was like, well, yeah, that's true. So that got the gears turning upstairs, and I was like, you know what? Like, I need to be remembered. Like, how am I going to be remembered?
Oh boy.
Like I could either A, shoot up the school, or
Okay,
no. Just
wow,
kidding.
we're going right there.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Whoa.
I mean,
Yeah, we
can't
ain't doing
fucking
that
remember
shit.
me.
Motherfucker, you're going to have the FBI at every one of our goddamn
Dude.
houses.
If you weren't already on a watch list, you are now.
That's definitely on the fucking watch list.
So basically, I joked around about streaking through the school, and like no one took me seriously. But then my one friend, we found out that we were having a school-wide assembly, and he said, "Hey, there's an assembly today. You should streak it." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea." And like I was like sitting there like weighing the pros and cons. Like, well, I could ruin my life, or I could be really funny. And so I went to my next class before the assembly, and my friend's older brother was there, and I told him about the idea, and he's like, "Dude, you should do it, and I'm gonna run home and get my video camera," because people didn't have cell phones back then. And basically, we are all loading into the auditorium, and all of a sudden you see the auditorium outside door fly open and someone run out the door. And it was my friend. And where I was sitting, I was like the back row of the auditorium, and I'm just sitting there. And ironically enough, there was an open seat right next to me. So I'm just sitting there. All of a sudden, like out of nowhere, I just feel someone sit down. I'm like, oh my gosh. And my friend came back. He's wearing a hoodie. It's middle of summer, wearing a hoodie. And he has the camera in his sleeve. And he's like, all right, I'm ready whenever you are. I was like, oh my God, I actually have to do this. Oh my God. So So I go to I tap my teacher on the shoulder and I'm like, "Excuse me, can I use the restroom?" They're like, "Yeah, go ahead." So I go to the bathroom, and while I'm in the bathroom, I'm practicing getting undressed and seeing how quickly I could do it. And for the record, I didn't go naked because I didn't know like the stipulations of like showing my penis to everybody, so I didn't do that.
This is pre you'd become a sexual predator
Yes,
register type thing. So yeah.
So so I was like, I'm just gonna do it in my underwear, which were ducky boxers, and basically, as I was practicing, I was like, all right, cool, I can do this really quick. So I leave the bathroom, and originally I was gonna try to get on the stage, like walk down the hallway and go on the stage and just run on the stage. But there were teachers in the hallway that were kind of like blocking all the entrances. So I went back to where I came out, and I was like, I'll just run down the aisle from the back of the auditorium and just like cut in the front of everybody. So I strip my clothes down, throw them in the corner, and I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, the door was locked. So I go to the next door. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, they're all locked. And I go to the next one, it's locked. And I was like, oh my God. I literally put my hands on my face, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm in my underwear. Like, and all of a sudden from this point on, everything's in slow motion. I just see the middle door open up, and this teacher is there, and I just run past. Thank you. That's just kind of plow her over and run down the aisle. Like literally, felt like I had superpowers because my adrenaline was pumping so high that when I was like running, I felt like I could see everybody on every side of me. So I'm running down like the aisle, and everyone's just like kind of sitting back like this. All of a sudden, they just jump up like, yes. I literally could like somehow pick out my friends in the audience. Like I could literally see their faces go from like oh my God, he's doing it. And so I like run around like, woo! And my adrenaline was pumping so much, I literally had no control of my body. So I literally just ran full force, and I wanted to turn around and like do like circles and make people chase me, but I literally could not stop. So I just literally kept running. And then as I was running, I see these teachers kind of like by the door kind of get like all tough and big, like, all right, we're going to get them. And so I just ran full force for them, and I jumped into their arms, and I go, oh, they just yanked me out in the hallway. And when they had me out in the hallway, my legs couldn't work. They literally dragged me down to the office like this, like my legs were like numb. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. And the first thing they said was, do you even go to this school? And then another teacher asked, are you on drugs? Literally things that like, yes, I don't do any drugs, and yes, I go to this school. This is the whole reason why I did this. And I get down to the office, and I'm in my underwear. They sit me down in the chairs, and the office ladies are just kind of like trying to cover their laughter, like, oh my God, what did he do?
Yeah.
And they gave me 3 days of out of school suspension. And yeah, then basically, because it was like at the end of the school year. So
fuck it, I'll take it.
yeah,
It's like a fucking senior prank, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Basically, I had to go to the school board, and they expelled me, and I could never step foot on Mifflinburg area high school property for the rest of my life.
So,
Or I could be
do you
arrested.
even remember like what the assembly was about?
Unfortunately, yes. That's a whole different story, which I'm kind of ashamed about. So,
Fuck, it was a religious assembly.
I want to know what this assembly was about.
so I had no idea what this assembly was about going into this. That's a disclaimer.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Nick. There's a guy by the person by
do
the
you know
name
I
of
know-
Indiana Buttiger that says that they remember that. So I'm guessing
Yeah.
that's one of your friends.
Yeah, I went to school with him. So
what's
I had
this
no idea
assembly
what
about?
this assembly was about. And so I literally just did it just to be funny, okay? Unknown to me, the health teacher's son overdosed and died.
Oh,
And there were not enough teachers to cover the classes.
Oh shit!
It's an assembly. So
so now
unknown
I
to
can
me-
understand the expulsion now. Yep.
Unknown to me, they were like I felt like they thought like, oh hey, this is level of disrespect to somebody's funeral. I was like, I didn't know. Like I was just trying to be funny. It was funny.
I mean,
But
That's just the top of the cake, man. That's just the top of the cake.
So my old boss used to always tell people like, yeah, Nick streaked a funeral once, and I was like, no, I didn't. Don't stop telling people that. I didn't do that. It was an assembly, not my fault.
That's great.
And I thought sneaking out of the men's locker room into the girls' locker room because they left the back door unlocked for us was bad.
So
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Wells.
yeah, you better be.
Listen here,
It's in the
goddammit.
contract. You can't interrupt me. So fucking. Oh, you can tell your story because I gotta think.
Well, how straight laced do you guys think I am?
Straight laced? Do I think you are? I
Mm,
mean,
Yeah.
you're in the.
Well-
So what? Pre-army or after army?
well, he joined the military, so he must. I mean, yeah.
Like,
well,
I don't
can
think
say
you're
that.
straight laced now. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Do I think you do drugs? No, but like you definitely have to drink. I think that's like a requirement.
Not really.
No?
Not really. I mean, every now and then I'll have a drink and stuff like that, but not really. Okay, so I was a freshman in high school, and if you you could do like little jobs at the high school and stuff like that. So one of them was you could sell lunch tickets, and you got a free lunch for doing it.
Jesus fuck.
So so I would sell lunch tickets and stuff like that. Well, here's the thing. They never counted the till. So I used to slip 10s and 20s out of the till.
God damn it.
Yeah, I did it for a while, and my parents are always like, "Where the hell are you getting up?" I'm buying pizzas after school. I'm, buying stupid shit from the local Radio Shack, and they're not like, where the hell's this kid getting all this money and stuff like that? And man, I was taking so much money from my high school, and finally, fucking guilt caught up to me, and I ratted myself out to my parents.
You
Of
die
course,
with a lie. You die
Yeah.
with a lie.
Yeah,
I
what?
know. And eventually they were just like, So, of course, my parents are like, well, you fucked up. So, guess what? You're going to own up to it. So, they took my ass to school that next. So, I told them over the weekend. And so, my mother ended up taking me to school. My dad was pissed. Holy shit, was he pissed. Because they taught me better. And the principal asked, he was like, well, how much do you think you took? It's like, I don't know, maybe $400 or $500. He's like, there's no way you did that, because I was pulling like 10s and 20s every day. It's
Wait, off of where,
he's
though?
like, no, maybe you took $200. I mean, I did this for like month and a half, so I was definitely getting a shit ton of money.
Did you take it out of like what, cash register or something? Like cafeteria?
They didn't have a cash register. It was just a metal box that had the lunch tickets in it and the cash. They never counted it. They never,
Wait,
did
so
any
you got-
accounting on
wait.
it and stuff like that.
Because I had cash registers. You fucking go through a line, get your food, and you come in. You either hand them cash or you tell them your name or you scan your little fucking lunch card. That's how we paid. And obviously, you had to add funds to your account or whatever. But like I know, like
How old is
no,
my
That's
ass?
what I'm saying. It's like you gotta explain this. Like what you get your
So here's the
food,
thing.
and
So
you
just
put,
to give
like,
you a
fucking-
context, Wells, I graduated 4 years before you were born.
Okay, no, like,
Damn.
I understand you're old. You don't have to like. I can see your gray hairs
But
on
we-
you right
but-
now.
but-
I'm just
but-
saying. That.
But we didn't have cash registers back then. We didn't have the cards or anything like that. It was paper
Oh,
tickets.
Yeah,
Did
but
you guys
like, no,
burn
like-
with like bones and rocks and stuff?
So like what? Do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like
that
go
too.
through and get your lunch or some shit, and like on your way out?
No,
you, like, put your
I
little
was at
fucking
a
thing in,
a
or-
window, and the kids could come before it because one ticket got you lunch. It wasn't you just picked whatever. It was what they
Oh,
made you
what?
for the
You,
day
like,
and
hand
stuck
them
on your tray.
cash
That's
or
what you got.
whatever, and they give you a ticket.
Yeah, they give me cash. They'd either buy a week's worth of tickets or they'd buy one ticket, and then I give them their ticket and their change. So the principal, he couldn't believe that I stole like $500-$600. He's like, at the most, you probably took $200. I was like, okay, whatever you think, man.
Like, sure.
So I got
I took $200 less than I did. Fuck it, by all means.
yeah. So I got a day and a half in school, and then I got a 2-day at home suspension. The only thing that sucked out of that whole thing is I had to work at the school that summer with the janitorial staff.
Did you get paid for it?
Fuck no, I didn't get paid for it.
That would have been hilarious. Like, they
Oh,
make
it
you
sucked,
work.
man, because we were stripping floors and we waxing, and oh god, that sucked. Never did that shit again. It was stupid. And after that year, they actually started counting. They actually kept counting the till to make
So,
sure all the money
hey,
was there and stuff.
In my opinion, you did the school a favor, because if you didn't own up to it, they would have just kept having the same system, and then some other jackass kid comes by and it's just like not king, and some other kid comes by and they're just like, oh, fucking cash, bet, grabs cash, goes fucking buys like some fucking heroin and starts dealing heroin out. Like, I mean, shit.
Well, pot was the big thing back then in my town. Now we got a bunch of freaking meth heads around here.
Marijuana. Whoa.
Yeah.
Hard drugs
school-
over here.
In
Well, that
school,
was-
the only thing I ever stole in school was cookies, because like they used to have cookies
Oh,
at,
yeah.
at lunch you could buy,
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
and like the lunch ladies would be checking out somebody in front of you, and you could just reach up and grab the cookies and just put it on your tray, and then from your tray just slip it in your pocket. Save $1.
Yeah, well, who the fuck hasn't, like... See, it was a little sketchy for, here's the thing. So, like, when I would go to take a cookie, right, like, sometimes I'll probably get, like, 1 or 2, like, when I actually do go buy my lunch. So, technically, I am paying for it. Some of them. But, like...
Some of them. Some of them.
So, like, they have, like, this huge tray of, like, all the cookies. And then they'll have, like, fucking... Then, like... So, here's the tray. Here's, like... Sorry. They had, like, 3 different cashier lines, and then, like, you'd line up on both sides. She'd go from one line and get your names, and then you'd take your lunch and go. So, like, here's the fucking cookies. Here's, like, right next to you's the whole, like, cash lady. So, she has to sit there, and she could probably literally see you, like, taking a cookie. So,
Yeah.
you'd wait till the end of lunch, right? Because at that point, they would all go back and either prepare more food for the next lunch that people are going to have to come in like 30 minutes. Or if you're at the last lunch, they're there cleaning up. So you'd quick go up when nobody's fucking there. Just take 1, 2, 3 cookies, fucking put them in your pocket, and fucking walk away. And then like fucking pull them out and be like, yo, here you go, here you go. Like, oh,
Here's a cookie.
Honestly, the best advice I can give you if you ever want to steal anything is to just walk with confidence. A good friend of mine growing up was like the best thief I've ever met. To this day, I feel like it's legendary the stuff he would do. But like the one day he didn't buy lunch or something like that, or he did buy lunch, but then he sat his tray on the desk or on the table, and then went back and grabbed extra French fries, and just walked back with confidence, grabbed the fries, and walked back to his tray, and sat down and started eating them. And after a minute, the lunch lady came over and was like, hey, did you pay for those? And he looks at all of us like, yeah, I stole them. Because he was trying to say, like, all of us, like, one of us at the table gave him their French fries, but we all were sitting there eating our French fries ourselves, so we're like, yeah, it wasn't me. Like, but he was so good at stealing, like, just confidence. Confidence is key. So basically, if you just walk up and take those cookies and just walk back to your tray and just don't act like you already paid for them, and because I mean nowadays all schools have like cameras and shit, but at once upon a time you can just get away with it if you're just like, yeah, no, I paid for this, no, you're good.
Fucking, so probably I was like 16. I had like I was a really big pothead, like straight stoner, like your stereotypical. I'm wearing the fucking drug rug, everything. Fucking, my biggest thing with all my friends was going places to where it's like staff only, or fucking like hopping a fence and getting in somewhere. I learned real quick that if you just act like, if you have the confidence and act like you're supposed to be there, you're good. So there's this huge sports complex, and then there's also a hotel there. And obviously, for the sports complex, you had to have a membership. And when I'm saying sports complex, I'm talking like they have like 16 different courts, volleyball courts, turf fields, baseball field, batting cage. They had a whole fucking gym, a Ninja Warrior course. That was just a fucking inside. It's like 2 floors too. But anyway, my friends and all, we all want to go play basketball or some shit. And it's just like, well, I don't got a membership. Well, neither do I. Oh, okay, fuck it. So we go into the hotel thing, and I think it is like my most memorable one. So we'd go into this like hotel thing, and there's a lobby there. Now there was receptionists there, but like they're like young as fuck. They probably didn't want to be there anyway. But we go in, and then we go and take a right. We go back to this like little hallway because we saw the receptionist, and we're like, if we walk past them, they're going to stop us and ask us to see something. So we took a right, went back in the hallway. We're sitting there like trying to scheme out. Okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And I'm sitting there like, guys, why are we fucking scheming? Just come on. So I started walking. I just walked right by the fucking people. I said hi to them, kept walking through the doors, and then you walk all the way down, and there's a huge fucking sports complex. It's just like you're a guest there at the hotel. And at that moment, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck. I mean, as long as you act like you're supposed to be there, and you don't sit there and you're looking around, making sure nobody's, looking, and you just act like, yeah, this is what's supposed to happen. Nobody else is gonna fucking second guess you. You also just can't be stupid though and go in a place where you know you're not supposed to go. And
Dude, I had a friend growing up that like would get into concerts by just like looking the part, like he looked like he was in a band, and just walked with confidence, and he just walked right backstage, and no one would stop him. Like, I mean, I think he had a plan that if they were to stop him, he'd just be like, "Oh, I'm with the band." But like, literally, if you just like walk with confidence, like that is literally no one's gonna stop you.
well, yeah, and I mean, yeah, exactly. So key lesson, everybody.
To touch on going places where you're not supposed to go. So I'm sure as you guys have gathered, I wasn't the most well-behaved child.
Really?
No, not you.
I thought Nick was like fucking.
And
sent
honestly,
down from God
it's so
or some
funny,
shit.
like even just telling these stories, because I feel like somebody who doesn't know me is probably like, he's making all these up. And I'm like, no.
Nah, you got that
No,
one guy.
you
He's
just
like,
had a friend that confirmed it.
you got this
Yeah.
one guy. He's like got this fucking. He's got lawyers on the phone. Like, dude, we're making a case, right? Like, we're gonna get him for this shit.
So, just to be funny, one time, I decided to pee on the floor of the school in front of the soda machines.
What's with you fucking stripping down in your school? Like, first it's streaking,
yeah.
then it's like.
I just
fucking-
peed. I wasn't naked. I just peed.
Okay, you still gotta like take shit off, yeah.
So I peed in the hallway right in front of the soda machines because obviously people would go to the soda machine and use it. So, that didn't take any kind of coaxing or anything like that. I just literally just like, oh, watch this, and I just pissed, and everyone's like, dude, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe you just did that. So I peed and thought it was really funny, and then just left it. We just walked away and just left it, and then the school got evacuated, and I'm outside like, oh my god, like they brought dogs in to search the place. Like, oh my god, they're gonna find my pee. Like, and I didn't know anything about fucking, like I didn't know it was a bomb threat, but like I'm literally outside, like, oh my gosh, like they're gonna find my pee. They're gonna know it came from my penis. Like, oh my god. And so like I'm outside like looking all nervous, and apparently someone reported me saying, hey, Nick Mercadante, he looks really nervous outside. I think he's involved with whatever is going on in the school. So we get inside, and the first announcement you hear is, Nicholas Mercadante, please report to the office. I was like, oh my god, they found my pee. Explain this. So I walk into the office, and the principal is there, and the vice principal's there too, and they're just like, so do you want to tell us about what you did? If you come clean, we'll go easy on you. And I was like, kind of sitting there like thinking about it, but I was like, you know what? No, you got to die with a lie. I was like, no, there's nothing I want to tell you. And they're like, you don't want to tell us about the bomb threat that you did? I was like, oh, bomb threat? I was like, no way. Like, I peed in the hallway. That's it. Like, because I was like, oh shit, a bomb threat's a serious thing. Like, if you do that, like, you could get a fine and go to jail. I was like, if I pee in the hallway, what am I gonna do? Mop the floor? Like, shit. Yeah, I just peed in the hallway.
Dear
That's some
Lord.
funny ass shit right there.
That was.
Yeah. Fuck. Bomb threat.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going down for that. Like, and then they showed me a letter. Like, you mean to tell me that this is not your handwriting? I was like, no, that's way nicer than mine. Sorry. But honestly, I think that pissed them. Like, I don't think they give a shit about the piss. Like,
Oh no, dude!
the principal's face.
They call a janitor over there. It's his job anyway. I mean, obviously not to clean up piss, but I mean, fuck, like it's
like
his
literally,
job,
the
so.
principal's face was as bright as your face is without the light. Like, literally, he looked so red. Like he was like so pissed. Not because I peed in the hallway, just because I wasn't the one that did the bomb threat. They literally thought they had a case. They're like, yes, like we got this son of a bitch. Nope, wasn't me. And I've never done a bomb threat, ever. I mean.
She's like thinking back. Have I ever?
If I think back at it, I probably should have, because back then you could have like called from a payphone, but payphone don't exist anymore.
No, you couldn't get away with that because back in '89, I had started junior high, and I remember.
Back in '89.
Yeah, back in '89, and of course the morning bell went off, so we're all going into class. Well, then the bells rang again, and we're like, "What the hell's going on?" So we figured something screwed up or whatnot. And nothing ever came over the PA system. And then all of a sudden, teacher comes in to our first period, and they're like, "What the hell are you?" They're like, "What are you doing in here?" We're like, "The bell went off. We're getting class." No, get out of the school. There's a bomb threat. We're just like, "What?" So we all, and it's a November morning, so it's cold and all that other stuff. So we're all standing outside. Fire department shows up, local cops and stuff like that, and so they're doing a search and all this other stuff. And then they everything's fine. We can go in and stuff like that. Well, they finally found out who it was, because the dumbass, I don't know if it was a senior prank or what the hell it was, but they figured out who it was because he called from home like an idiot. And when they asked him, well, "Did you call on the bomb threat?" "No, I was just checking for the volleyball schedule." Like 7:30 in the morning, you're calling for the volleyball schedule, right? So, and the funny ass thing is he never got charged. He never got suspended because he was a star football player. So, and then this guy goes on he becomes a cop, and long career with the military. He was a drill sergeant, and I think he might be finally retired now. But it's like, back then, a small town, if you're popular, star on the football team and stuff like that, shit never happened to you.
Honestly, something like that happened. I mean, not quite that, but like I'm pretty sure, like the principal's son like spray painted a penis on like a rival school's locker, and didn't. I mean, I think he got detention, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, what the hell? Like, if I did that, I'd get like lynched.
Yeah, you streaked and you got expelled.
I wish.
Not saying it wasn't my fault. Like, I deserved every moment. That was like a life-changing moment in my life. Like, that, looking back at it, like, if there is like a point I would time travel and change, it would not be that time. Because I would probably go back and tell myself to be like, hey, if you're gonna do this, make sure you have like straight A's and like be something worthwhile. Because at that point, I was literally just a nobody.
Oh, dude, if I could go back in time and like, fuck, honestly, I'd try so much more harder in school. It's just like, you never really realize, like, everybody's like, dude, school, doesn't ever teach you anything. It's just like that. It's like, dude, fuck. I wish I took the goddamn, like, SATs. I wish I fucking got good grades in high school. Because now, I'm like, granted, I don't really need good grades to go into the military. But at the same time, like, I wish I would have had more opportunities if I actually did better in high school. Like,
yes and no. Yes and
no. I wish I could go back knowing what I know now about life.
Oh, God,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
I would pull so much ass in high school. Like, I would be like, yes! Because back then, I didn't even talk to girls. I was just like,
Oh, there was no way I was ever gonna get ass in high school.
But, like,
I was too big of a dork back then. I mean, I'm still a dork
I was
now,
gonna say
but
back then. I mean, I don't really want to say. I've had like I mean
I
I
think
don't
we're
know.
all dorks. Look at
I
us.
don't
We're all
know if
dorks.
this is everybody, but I mean in high school I had my hoes that I talked to.
you're
Hose.
my hose that I talk to.
Oh yeah, I
Jesus
mean everybody's
Christ.
got. I mean at least for me, like I always had every grade I go in, I always have that one like hot girl that you talk to and fuck around with, but I don't
Oh,
know.
you had hot girls? I had all the ugly ones.
No. Come on, you at least had that one girl who you try so hard to keep there as a friend because you hoped one day that she'd fuck you or some shit like that. Unless it's just me. I was a fucking. I mean, I guess you could call me a simp. I mean, shit.
Simp. Isn't that? Wait.
If it, I
Oh.
mean, if there was a term back then for what it would be, I don't know what it would be. But the term now would probably be simp. That's kind of like I was. I was kind of like
The term back then was pussy whipped.
pussy whipped.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I got pussy.
Here's the fucking thing about
But
high
just
school.
not as much as I probably could now if I went back and like still like and had the confidence I have now and all my insecurities that I don't have now. Like I guess like in high school, like I'm sitting there like every day I'd wake up in the morning and be like, dude, does my hair look nice? Like all this and that. Now I wake up, dude, I'm like fucking all right. Well, sweatpants, fucking slip-on Vans, and my hair. Well, we're good. All right, let's go.
Okay, so I went out when I said I was going to pick up dinner. I was in my sweatpants, my slippers, and this T-shirt. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, like, I don't give a fuck. And
Don't care.
if I saw some fucking girl that I decided I want to hit on, if I was going out to get food, fuck, I'd probably do it. No fucks given of what my outfit looks like. And you drank that gallon of iced tea.
Yeah, chug, chug,
Jesus
chug,
Christ.
chug, chug, chug.
High school. Since we're on the subject of high school, I don't know if everybody had the same experience, but anyway, high school for us was Monday through Friday like everybody fucking else. Party like hell on the goddamn weekends, come back to school Monday and found out which bitches were fucking pregnant and which ones fucking wasn't.
Yep.
You're in the South, so they were your sisters, right?
No, you fucking sick bastard.
Nick, you were supposed to tell me that. Fuck.
Here's the fucking thing. Everybody knows I'm from goddamn bumfuck North Carolina.
I didn't. I do now, though.
Well, now you know.
I thought you were from Alabama.
No.
Cause yeah,
So-
didn't you like send a picture of your sister or something? Like, look at this baddie.
No, I did not, you sick fuck. So anyway, parties for us on the weekend consisted of, excuse me for a second. Ouch. Parties for us consisted of,
Is that your like
Going to
fourth
bar-
cigarette?
probably.
You know,
so I
you
don't
sit
give a
here and
fuck.
bitch that you don't have enough, and it's just like, buddy,
I
David.
get some more tomorrow.
David, you do realize when you're sitting here, looking in the couch cushions for change to go get more cigarettes, your sole problem is that you like smoke the entire pack once you get it. If you actually
but-
sat there and you like rationed like it
Yeah.
was your life, like you wouldn't have to spend so much money.
No, I'll just go bug the shit out of Steph for some goddamn fucking cigarettes. Be like, look, bitch, I've dealt with your shit for 5 years. The least thing you can do is buy me a goddamn pack of cigarettes, fucker.
Yeah.
No.
Watch how far that gets you.
It works. She goes and buys the bitches. What are you talking about? But anyway, yeah, the parties consisted of bonfires on the weekends and shit, in which everybody got shit-faced drunk. But there was this one time where everybody got the shit scared out of them. I mean, I'm talking about scared the shit out of them until they were fucking sober. We're out here bonfiring it up, having a good old fucking time. Goddamn shooting off guns and shit, drunker than fucking hell. And the sheriff, about 4 sheriff cars show up. It's like, yep, it's time for me to fucking go, guys. Sheriff looks at me, says, "Where the fuck you think you're going?" I said, "Brother, I'm going the fuck home." Said, "I ain't drink shit tonight," lying like a motherfucker. It's like, "I'm going the fuck home." He said, Well, you ain't going nowhere right now. We got complaints of gunfire. I said, bro, this is the fucking county. It's not the goddamn city. Who gives a shit if we're out here shooting off guns? It's not like we're trying to kill each other, you know? I mean, but Davidson County was always hard on the teenagers on the weekends out of high school going out and partying and shit. They didn't like it because we partied till 3 and 4 and 5 in the goddamn morning. And I guess neighbors were pussies and didn't like it, but you know, I mean, shit. Kids are gonna be kids, man. Just let's have fun. I mean, shit. Now, or you're gonna be where I'm at now. I'm almost goddamn 30 and shit, and that part of my life is well done and over with.
Fucking. I probably should do some justice to WRP considering King added everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
it's
you were
not a
gonna do
person-
that, but thanks.
What?
I just
Make an
saw-
announcement?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Well, yeah, because it is all of us, and while we've barely touched on WRP tonight.
Yeah, I'm just
Well-
I'll do some justice.
That's y'all for getting into personal life stories and shit. I mean,
Oh,
Well, but you get a better
You know
sense
what?
of
Oh.
who.
You know what we
members
should
are and
do?
Stuff like that. What's up?
We should like bring in like one at a time, like somebody from our community, and just like all the four of us ask them questions and stuff.
Well,
And, like-
roast the
so
shit out of them, man.
my original plan, right, for this podcast was to kind of center it around like 5M and shit, and hopefully expand it to like bringing in law enforcement officers and talking to them about like different like situations and shit. Maybe like showing body cam or something of in game and like what would you do here, some shit like that or something. I had like these grand plans, and once I actually like did the one last week, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be. It was supposed to be a weekly thing, but well, we all know how that went.
Because I got high.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, like, here's the thing.
No.
I planned on bringing Wild on. I asked Wild when he would want to do it, but then he's like, dude, just ask me the day of. And of course, he's so busy. So like, it's not really just him I want to bring on. I want to bring other people on too. It's hard to like, I guess for me, it's hard to find. It's hard to find content that people would want to at least like sit here and listen to. Like I already talked, the last podcast we pretty much had what 6 people.
No, we got about. We're sitting at
We
6
had
now.
well, no, we had 6 people actually in
We
for
had
the podcast.
6 people, including me, and I mean. So, and it, like, most of the questions were, like, good and everything like that, and we talked a lot about WRP. I just feel like, as I want this podcast to represent WRP a lot, at the same time, I don't want people to get burnt out to where it's just, like, when I do bring somebody, like, Wild on and ask him questions, it's just like, well, we already know this. Because we talked about it last time.
Well, I mean, it's just, I mean, we're kind of spitballing it today. I think we're just, and it's enough to get people interested and stuff like that. So, that's why we just keep doing it and that sort of thing. And albeit we are a little bit smaller today, but obviously, people have IRL stuff going on and things like that. IRL for in real life. But, it's just developing. So like last week you had asked us questions and stuff like that, and it was great because it got a chance for everybody to kind of get to know everybody a little bit better and stuff like that. And being the community coordinator, it's kind of it's a double-edged sword in that I've got to make sure that our community adheres to the rules and that sort of thing. And I'm kind of that point person between the management and then all of the community members as a whole and stuff like that. But the other part of my role that I feel it is that getting the community to work together. So what I've kind of noticed, and that's why I'm so committed to Wilderness RP, is that I've kind of learned we're kind of growing together as a family of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody watches out for everybody. Somebody's having a bad day or somebody hasn't been on in a while and stuff like that. We start reaching out and making sure they're okay, helping other members out, that need it, whatever it may be and that sort of thing. So, and that's what I'm trying to foster within this community, is to be positive and to be helpful to each other, because unfortunately there's not enough positivity in this world. And all that, without going into politics or the pandemic or any other crap that's going on this year and stuff like that, there are still positive things that happen out there. So and I think if we can be more positive with each other, we can show that we're better as a group than we are as individuals.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get a lot more accomplished and be a lot better, not only as Wilderness RP, but as human beings in general in real life. So,
Yeah. I mean, for sure. That's the one thing I kind of liked about, like, when I was community coordinator, too. It's just, like,
mhm.
you got Wild, who is, like, obviously, running the show. Well, sort of running the show. He, like, does a lot of deving. And you got Maga, who does a lot of deving. And you got me, who sucks at deving, but is really good at, like, 5M department-wise. And you got King, who is, like, really good at making sure that, everything's kind of neutral when it comes to us, and not, to put it in perspective, let's say David fucked up, right? Which isn't
Yeah.
really that, common. If David fucked up and, I had to go and deal with him, I would probably be sick and tired of having to deal with it, that I'd probably give him, like, the maximum amount of fucking thing that I could, just because I didn't really feel like dealing with it, and it came to me. Whereas King, he'd also be like, well, hold on, chill out, let's approach this like this. Like, yeah, I know, you're right. Okay, let's
Well,
go.
it's not.
And
It's not about. Yeah, it's not about being right.
Well, it's like, it's
just,
not about being right, but it's like, everybody has, like, these good aspects that they're really good at, and then, like, so, like, yeah, granted, you have, like, a director, your assistant director, and then your community coordinator, whereas, other people look at that and see it as ranks. I never really saw it at ranks. I kind of saw it as, we're all kind of the same thing, it's just we're all better at certain other things, and so we all kind of come together.
yeah, it's about building a team that together is effective. So you've got individuals that have strong points, and you've got individuals that have weak points, and so you find people to counter the weak points with their strong points, and your strong points will counter the weak points. So it ends up, being this big circle. And I know, and I like how you bring up the whole rank structure with the management and stuff like that. The fact of the matter is that while WRP, Wilderness RP and all that, it is a brand that Wild has created and that sort of thing. It's the community members, it's everybody that participates in this community that keeps that brand going strong, that keeps, it happening. And the fact of the matter is if we didn't have the community that participated and played the game and worked together and everything like that, being in the discords on a daily basis and things like that, there wouldn't be Wilderness RP. So it's a duality. So, Wild has worked really hard to, keep the vision of Wilderness RP where it's at. And unfortunately, sometimes it takes hard decisions and things like that. It's not always easy. But the community, all of us that play and stuff like that and that participate, we're part of that equation too, because Wilderness RP wouldn't be in existence without Wild, but Wilderness RP wouldn't continue to be without the existence of the community and all of us working together to, keep the role-playing quality to keep, everything sharp and tight and looking good. Now, while we get serious in that sort of thing, we also have a lot of fun. And that's what brought me to the community, was because of the fun things that I saw that happen. There was a lot of laughable moments and that sort of thing. So, and I think there's some people that come because the role play is serious, and there's some people that come because it can be goofy at times.
Yeah. For sure.
So all of us together, from Wild all the way down to the probies, in any department, we all together make Wilderness RP what it is. So, and that's kind of my, how I look at my job. Obviously you're not going to make everybody happy, or make everybody happy all the time, or help them to be happy. You can't make anybody do anything. But, if we all work together as a group to do what needs to be done and that sort of thing, it's going to get bigger and better.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's like what separates Wilderness from a lot of other communities. Like when when you look at like a lot of other communities, people sit there and it is a rank structure. Now, granted, a rank structure is something that needs to be a thing, but at the same time, like, it's like when you take a community and it's bigger than a rank structure, and it takes, it's like, it's like an engine, or it's like a car, like, granted, your department head is the engine. Why? Because the car's not going to work without the engine. So, but at the same time, the engine's not going to work without this, or this, or this. And that's kind of, and that's what separates a lot of communities from Wilderness. Is you go to another community, it's just like, well, I'm the department head, and just because you're, and you're like a trooper, you're literally nothing, penny doesn't matter, you really can't offer anything. Why? Because you're a trooper. It's just like, you come over to Wilderness, and it's just like, sorry, I'm like reading the comments. You come over to Wilderness, and it's like, yeah, you're a trooper, but if you're telling us that, it would be better on the new members coming in if instead of having to do this, we did this, and we take that under consideration and change it because, he's got a valid point. Like, we actually sit there and listen to their, opinions and stuff. We don't just cast them aside because they're, nothing, I guess, if that makes sense.
Well, being new and that sort of thing. And I'm picking up what you're putting down, that, yeah, there needs to be structure, because if there isn't some kind of hierarchy or structure, there's just going to be total and absolute chaos. But the thing that I want, because I'm a director right now too of a department, is I listen to my fellow members, when they have ideas and stuff like that, and I give it serious consideration, because everybody has a different point of view and everybody looks at things in a different manner. Now, sometimes how people look at things could closely mirror the main group, and there could be others that have, a different point of view that seems really off and odd and things like that. But in all reality, it could be, if you kind of allow your brain to think outside the box and stuff like that, you might be like, holy shit, that is a good idea. So, and while it's uncomfortable to get outside of the box and that sort of thing, sometimes it's healthy, because it's going to help everybody grow as individuals.
Yeah.
And while we've got directors of departments and things like that, we could have somebody that starts out at the bottom of the barrel, like I did at one point, and I've got quite a bit more life experience. Whereas a 15-year-old could come in and start out at the bottom of the barrel, but they could have really great ideas because their brain isn't conditioned to think a certain way. They're still in that stage of asking a lot of questions and trying to get things figured out and stuff like that. So And it would behoove us to kind of maybe listen to them and give a little bit more thought to what they're saying and that sort of thing. Because it could be a great idea. Not to mention it helps give the younger generation some confidence to think that, yeah, we can think outside the box and look at things differently and, make a positive change because we can look at that. It's not always going to be the same. People all the time, I wish we could go back to the way things used to be. Well, that's fine and Jim Dandy, but that's what you know. And that's what you're comfortable with.
And shit changes all the time. I don't know.
It does. It does.
I don't.
Life is dynamic.
I mean, this is kind of like in general. Like, I don't judge the people who sit here and it's like, we have something that works. Why are we changing it? It's just like at the same time though, the people who can't accept that change is happening is the people who, I don't want to say are dragging us down, but it, in the long run, it's not going to work out. Like, if you can't sit here and adapt to a little change, or, if you have to change what you're doing a little bit, to satisfy a rule or a policy or something like that, like I hate it when people can't do that.
Yeah, because change is going to happen. It's just it's the way life is. Things evolve, things people grow and stuff like that. So, and I think a lot of the resistance to change is because it's uncomfortable, and it's not something that they know, so they automatically resist it because it puts them in that position where they may not be at the they may not be the top dog anymore. They may not be at the top of the pile. But the fact of the matter is if you can listen and learn and that sort of thing, it can enhance yourself and help you grow. And at that particular time, it makes you better. It gives you more knowledge and experience and that sort of thing. So a lot of fear comes into play with change and that sort of thing. And unfortunately, that stuff gets quashed a lot because people tend to think that it's going to turn them into an invalid and they're not going to be important anymore. And I don't care what anybody says. Everybody wants to feel important. It's just human nature.
No, I can tell you firsthand. Like, when I retired from community coordinator, granted, it was a stupid decision. And I do want back, but at the same time, I don't. I have mixed feelings about it. But at the same time, it's just like, I miss being in on all the conversations. I miss, did Nick join? That was weird. My Discord was really weird. Okay.
No, but it's funny as shit what Nick just said.
What did Nick?
Look at our group chat. That's funny. That's really funny. And unfortunately, David's off taking care of the children at the moment, so
he's
he's gonna.
But yeah, I mean, like, part of me was just like, like I look back, I'm like, God damn it, I wish I never, made that decision, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not included on all the conversation that I wish I was. And and part of me sit here and you're like, oh, my opinion doesn't really like matter that much anymore. I mean, but also at the same time, I'm like, I'm thinking more, the past and not thinking towards the future. So like the other part of me is just like, I'm glad I retired because, I have more time to focus on this, which, I've always wanted to stream, always wanted to do like podcasts, and to be honest, if I was community coordinator, I wouldn't have the time to sit there and be able to do that. Like I'm pretty sure before we even started, you already had to deal with something.
Oh yeah, I had to go to a meeting and take care of a member, and and which is fine. I enjoy doing that because I enjoy helping people.
Like, put yourself like in my shoes, like, or if you were like community coordinator as well as trying to like do this stuff, that I'm trying to do, I don't think you'd have enough time to do it. You wouldn't
No,
have
with
time to do
work
it.
and my family and stuff like that. No,
So that's the thing. Like
I wouldn't have enough time.
I also see that side, and I'm like, well, I am kind of glad that I'm able to, pursue my dream a little bit more. But I also, wish I was included in all the conversations, but, you get certain benefits that come with the rank, but at the same time, you get cons too. So it's really like, I guess, like what I would want. Does that make sense? Like, I guess I should.
No, yeah, no, because you feel like you're excluded, and your opinion doesn't matter anymore. When in reality, every
It does. It's
member
just
of the
like, yeah,
community's opinion matters.
yeah.
And it's whether it works into the grand scheme of things always. No, it's not always going to do that, and really, you're not missing out on much. Because the nice thing is that. And I know Wild deals with a ton of shit behind the scenes, and I don't know everything that he deals with, on a daily basis and stuff like that.
Well,
And
yeah.
probably lose my mind if I did. But
Well, and that's like the other thing. Like the other part of me is like, well, I'm not the community coordinator anymore, but I still know everything that's going on in Wilderness. And
Sure.
wait a minute, I still can put my input. So why, it's just funny. It's just funny to me. It's just like,
Mhm.
I'm still a marshal. I still know everything that's going on.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's just like, God damn it, I wish I was still there.
Well, and it's again, it's that feeling, that sense of importance and that sort of thing. And while I know some people in the community, you know, enjoy having me around and stuff like that, and some don't, and that's fine. It's not everybody's going to like everybody, and that's perfectly fine. But to me, everybody in the community is important to me because, again, without them, we wouldn't have Wilderness RP.
God
And
damn it. No,
their
I
opinion matters.
don't want to become famous or buy followers and buy primes. God damn it. I swear to God, it's the same kid. BigFollows.com is his go-to website that he loves to just post in my comments. And number one, every
Who the
time
hell
I
is that?
try
I
and
don't see
go,
that.
it's on my Twitch. But
Oh,
shit.
it's the same. I swear to God, it's the same person. And I think Twitch flags his account and bans his account, and then he just makes another account just to come onto my stream and post the shit. It's hilarious.
you got a stalker, Wells.
I probably do, but it's really the same message. But it's like in some fucking like weird ass lettering. It's like, you want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on apostrophe bigfollows.com. I'm like, no.
You're like, nope, I'm good.
I'm not
Thanks.
buying. And it's funny because it's the sad part is there's some people out there who actually do go to this website. Like, you're buying followers, that's great, but like, you're not buying anybody who actually is gonna sit there and give a fuck about you. You're just buying a whole bunch of fucking bots.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then when you do become famous, somebody's gonna find out, and your shit's gonna go down the drain. Why? Because you bought half your fame. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, no, I'm not interested. Thanks. I'll get my stuff the old-fashioned way, working hard.
I need to make fucking people moderators or some shit. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. Hi, Caden.
Hi, Caden. Yeah.
We were talking about you earlier, Caden, about all your weird anime.
Fucking goddamn
Japanese
cartoon
shit.
porn shit. I wake up at fucking 11 o'clock every day, and that's the first goddamn shit I see.
Dude, there's I mean, yeah, I wake up and I see that stuff when I'm checking up on everything, but at least there's a little bit of a break sometimes when I wake up before he starts going batshit crazy.
He called us asshats.
Yeah, we love you too, Gaten. Oh, Hutchett said if you buy him a burrito dinner, he'll make you famous.
Kind of sounds like that's like a
Yeah,
code word.
Hutchett, John Hutchett.
It's kind of like a code word for something, I think.
Chet. Am I saying that right, John? Is it
Just call him-
Huchet?
just call
Huchet?
him John.
Well, I don't want to massacre his name and be rude and stuff like that. I mean, it is his last name, and it should be used in
And be like,
properly.
say his name, his first name, but with a Trump accent.
John Huchet. Huchet.
John
Huchet. John Huchet. Shit. Huchet. Okay, thank you.
Huchet.
Thank you,
God
John.
damn it.
Thank you. It's Huchet. Okay, awesome.
Who is Shay?
Well, wait, is that the actual? That's not the hutch I'm thinking of, is it?
No, that's I don't know.
That's why I was thrown off about it.
Hell
I
no.
was like, oh,
That's John Huchet. So that's interesting.
I
Oh,
called him. I mean, I used to say Hutch.
oh, okay. I know who it is now.
Mm.
All right. I didn't know. I'm sorry, John. I normally don't call you that name, so I know who it is now. And John, I gotta talk to you about something. You know who John is.
Caden, we are not talking behind your back. If we're talking behind your back,
yeah, Caden, just scroll
Yeah,
back.
Nate, if we were talking behind your back, we wouldn't. We would have been like, shh, shh. Caden's watching now. Quiet. Shh, shh.
Caden, just look back
Yeah,
in the podcast. I still hear what we were saying.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
because this will get posted eventually.
Yeah.
So.
The only thing we said is you like to put anime porn and fucking NSFW memes.
Weird shit. I can't believe that's what the kids are into nowadays.
Like, I get on there and oh god, it's I do it. I was gonna say Crowley. I was gonna say that.
Yep.
I didn't want to fucking say it and be wrong. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, no, Caden, really, man. I wake up in the morning, smoke me a cigarette, drink me a Red Bull, and then check Discord. And the first thing that I come across in fucking NSFW memes is some goddamn, I don't even know. What the fuck?
I used to fucking. God damn it, Caden. You guys' comments are what's gonna get my stream monetized.
Yeah, probably.
I have scary things. Okay, Caden.
Yeah, I believe that, Caden. Yeah.
I believe that.
So fucking.
So does Wild.
Fucking what was I gonna say? I guess I would.
Wild's got some pretty dirty fucking memes on his hard drive, but he never shares those.
Oh yeah, so like.
Well, rightfully so.
Usually I'd like get up, right? I'd get up and go on iFunny and shit and just like scroll through memes until I decide to actually get out of bed. I don't even do that now. I just get up and go to NSFW and just scroll.
I'll sit there and scroll through NSFW
The
memes
fuck
for a
is
little
going
bit.
on back there, David? Jesus Christ.
Sounds like the children are about to kill each other.
Yeah, they're
Dude,
raising
fucking, like-
goddamn fucking hell.
Fucking war crime back there or some shit.
My daughter is fucking chasing my son around with a fucking chair right now.
Thank you, Caden, for the like.
Well, at least it isn't a knife.
No, it's just a little plastic fucking chair.
Well,
Hey,
you know.
Shut up.
Talking about being nice and being positive and
All right. Yep. Now I want to touch on that. So, anybody in the comments section who is currently LEO and WRP, I don't know if you've had the pleasure of being with me on a scene when I'm at this point fucking aggravated and agitated.
what? And every other word out of your mouth is fuck.
Yeah. So, before I was staff,
Hang on,
I was on
before.
a scene. Okay.
I was
Yes.
gonna say, I'm pretty sure, like, on Monday, I heard you over somebody else's radio, and yeah, no, I don't know what you said, but I heard you over somebody else's radio just fucking laying into this fucking guy on a fucking traffic stop or some shit.
Oh yeah, he was not listening for shit, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up so I could say what I needed to say. I was like, he wasn't listening to the other officers on the scene. I was like, all right, you know what? Get out of the goddamn car. All right.
See, that's the thing.
Wait a minute, wasn't that llama?
I think no.
Dude, I don't even know, dude, but knowing... See,
But
that's
now-
your worst enemy, David. Everybody knows they can get you riled up, so they'll sit there and purposely do it.
I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. I don't care if they, you know, I don't care if they do that. I honestly don't, because I get a kick out of that shit. I'm like, yep, I get to yell at somebody today, and I don't do it like right off the bat like I used to. My first time ever in the server, I think I think it was like my first or second night as LEO and shit. No, it was my third night because I was on my own. I got cut loose. I was in BCSO. Come up on a traffic stop, and dude started getting lippy and talking shit and running his damn mouth. I was like, all right, you know what, asshole? Get the fuck out of the goddamn car. We're going to have a conversation. And that's literally my third night. I was like, all right, you know what, asshole? Get the fuck out of the goddamn car. Me and you's going to have a conversation. Come back here. I'm not doing shit. I said, if you don't get the fuck out of that goddamn car, you're going to ride the fucking lightning tonight. And I'll remember, that was my... and that's... It's like, don't fucking test me, bro. But I've to King's witnessed that I have kind of chilled out a whole lot with that.
Yes, he has chilled out, so it's
And
just.
I only
But
do
it's
it when
it's effective because when you do lose your shit, as you guys have noticed with me, is when I get upset, people are like, "Fuck."
I love it when people go and like talk in like a Discord channel and they'll start. I get not really like arguing. Well, yeah, no, they'll argue in like a channel, and then King comes in. He's like, "Cut the shit out," and they still go, and then all of a sudden King's like, "Get it, fucking stop!" Or you're going to like you're getting a warning or some shit like that, and everybody stops. It's just like, oh shit.
yeah.
It's like shit. They pissed off King. That's not good.
I used to be
Yeah.
an asshole, dude. For LEO.
It doesn't work though. That's the thing. You know.
I still am to a bit like. I'm glad that people know that I can be a straight asshole. Like I've done things in 5M where like if you piss me off enough, or you're like just being a shit, I won't even take you to jail. There's probably been. So when I first started Wilderness, I think it was Wilderness. Yeah, it was Wilderness. When I first started Wilderness, I was a dirty cop. Like, I'll fucking, like, sit there and, like, you know, charge you with some shit and then put my narrative that you did something just to charge you with it and fucking boost your time up to 500 seconds just because I can. Nowadays...
hungry fucker.
Well, nowadays, dude, you'll be lucky if you piss me off enough, dude. You'll be lucky if you make it to the jail. Like I've taken people to a fucking dock and I've killed people. I've shot them in the back of the head and then threw their body in the water. Like no fucks given.
Jesus Christ!
And this I think it was 2 or 3 nights ago.
Who was it that you can ask? Let me find out who you can ask about because I've killed him and he's.
Now this is what Wells did. This was 3 or 4 nights ago, maybe roughly. That's a rough estimate, so don't take it serious. But I'm at the Yellow Jack. I'm standing with somebody, and I accidentally punched the guy in the fucking face. Wells is just rolling up on the scene. He's like, "Are y'all over here fighting?" We're like, "No." He's like, "What?" Wells is like, "All right." Gets in his car and drives the fuck off.
Well, you know.
Oh, you're just rolling around as a trooper. Yeah.
But you know, there's a time and a place for that stuff. So, and I wasn't Leo for very long. They actually retired me out of SAST. I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. And real soon here, I'll be starting as a marshal, so I'll be doing a little bit more. So it's gonna be like, what kind of a marshal do I want to be? Do I want to be a dick? Do I want to be a nice guy? I don't know.
Here's the thing with you, King. I can't see you being a dick unless you need to be. Honestly, I can't see you just rolling up on a goddamn scene. Like, all right, listen here, fucker.
Depends. That's about who it is.
Yeah.
If it's Cletus.
Get out of the goddamn car, Cletus. I done fucking told you to go home.
I got a cheeseburger for you. What? Cheeseburger? Is there a good cheeseburger?
All right, I'm gonna tell y'all a story about Cletus. This is the first night that he had came back into the server after his hiatus. Me and Thornton I was riding, in a union with Thornton, and I seen him pop in the server. I was like, oh shit! I was like, Thornton, watch the skybox. T/G me text Cletus. I have a box of cheeseburgers for you. comes back in the skybox. He's like, "Oh my God, cheeseburgers! Where you at?" I was like, "We're over here." He's like, "I'll be there in a minute." Cletus comes up and fucking Thornton almost died. I mean, he always said, "Where's my cheeseburger?" I'm like, "I got him right here, Cletus, but you got to do something for me. You got to promise you're going to behave yourself, all right?" Oh yeah, I'll be a good boy. I'm gonna go home, eat these cheeseburgers. Caden, who's a dirty
I can't
cop?
find the message, but unfortunately, the one time I did take somebody down to the docks, actually, my saying is I'll take them by the river or by the water. Actually, this was in WRP. Long time ago, when I ran the SIE division, it was me, Boyce. I know you guys don't know Boyce.
Mm-mm.
It was me and this kid named Boyce, Starling, if you guys know Starling,
No, darling.
Seth Moore.
I know Seth.
Essentially, like I stated this in the past, but essentially we would sit there and we'd be kicking indoors every single night with warrants or some shit. And sometimes there was this one case where, this is back when we had Basin, who was a judge, and it got to the point where he was like he was kind of in charge, I guess, of the judicial system that we had. I guess that's what you could call it. It wasn't really judicial. It was really just like, it was kind of a fucked kind of system, to be honest.
Yeah.
But regardless, it got to the point where he hired like a DA and an assistant DA. General Shark. Do you guys know General Shark?
Mm-mm.
David, do you? Do you know a General Shark, David?
Didn't he used to be over BCSO or some shit?
No, he was never ahead of anything. He's a
Okay,
kid.
no.
Anyway, he, I guess, was brought on as like the assistant DA. There was a time in WRP where people would take these black duffel bags, and I forget what it was. It would be carbon. It was like a chemical bomb. We'll just put it that way. And me and SIU, we pretty much investigated it, everything like that, and it's to the point where there's like these different fucking duffel bags popping around San Andreas, and we'd have to sit there, call hazmat in, rope everything off, everything like that. It got to the point where I guess something tipped us off, but essentially we went to the courthouse, picked up the fucking assistant DA, didn't say he was arrested or anything. We detained him and said, we have to ask you questions for an investigation. So we detained him, threw him in the back of the car. We're driving on the way to the car. Here's what fucked us. I really tried to keep everything in-house, but unfortunately, when you don't have everybody there, you have to bring in these other people. And I honestly think this is kind of what... I've stopped doing it because I feel like I fucked somebody up, and made them leave the community because I guess they didn't like the type of RP that we were doing, because, again, we were dirty. So, essentially, we had this LSPD guy who... I think he was LSPD. He was helping us, and we're like, me and Boyce were in the car. We're like, all right, let's take this guy down by the river. Now, granted, we searched this assistant DA, so how he was able to send tweets out is beyond me. But I wasn't staff at the time, so it's not like I could enforce anything. But essentially, we were on our way driving to the fucking place where we fucking sit there and torture people for information and then kill them. If they, don't give us something, or if they do give us something, regardless though, they usually ended up dead. We're on our way there, and then I guess it was just really miscommunication between all of us, so we essentially ended up letting him go. But it was funny because I think you can actually catch this on Donor's stream a long time ago.
Yeah.
But essentially, he went on Twitter. He's like, these guys are trying to kidnap me. They're gonna kill me. Send help. He's fucking putting out 911s. We ended up taking him to the Davis station and put him in a cell. And all of a sudden, I go to look back out to where the entrance is, from the inside, and there's six different people there. Fucking Donors here. as you know, it's fucking the O3 or the O2 or whatever. There's like 7 different command staff or whatever. Fucking all these high-ranking people, fucking from different departments showing up, and they're like, "What's going on?" We're like getting 911 saying like, "You're trying to like kill this assistant DA and everything like that," and I essentially put him. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We just take him and detained him and put him in the cell for this investigation, and pretty much lied our way out of it, even though we had full intention of taking him and killing him, except we didn't have the information that we needed, so we ended up obviously just detaining him and doing it the right way. But yeah, so that's kind of like when shit kind of got stopped and I shut shit down and it was like, all right, we can't be dirty anymore. Because it was just, we had so much fucking eyes and heat on us. So I was like, yeah, we gotta stop doing this. But that was actually the last instance. The first instance, do you guys know a Ling brothers? Maybe? No?
I've
Oh,
heard
yes.
something,
So
but
there's these guys, I don't think they're with WRP anymore, but they pretty much would run as this Ling gang, and essentially everybody's fucking name had Ling in it somewhere. They're all like brothers. Well, we found the head of this guy, and you know, we were interrogated him in the Vespucci building, which I guess that's the one thing. Going to sidetrack off here. That's the one thing I love about doing investigations is you get to use the interiors. And it's like a whole bunch of like, I guess, behind the scenes shit. I don't want to say behind the scenes shit, but it's not, you're not sitting there on patrol. You're actually sitting there like in an office trying to figure out some things. But
yeah,
we go to fucking, we go to interrogate this fucking head guy and he's just being a complete shithead. So we ended up fucking taking him, bringing him down to this fucking... Do you guys know where Trevor Phillips in story mode tortures that fucking one guy? In that little warehouse thing? Well, that's where we would take these guys. And we took down this fucking gang head and brought him down there. We fucking tortured him. He gave us the information we needed. So I ended up taking him out, walking him out to the end of the water, shooting him into the back of the head and throwing his body in. I then swam in the water, took pliers, took my bullet out of his head, and then... I think we, like, burnt the fucking bullet or some shit to cover our tracks, and we left. And, yeah. But, we were dirty as shit. I mean, fuck. I still will pull a shit like that. Like, I will kill you and torture you for information. But I really don't do that much unless you're actually sitting there, and it would be decent RP for me to do that. I guess you could say.
even though we don't allow tortured RP.
Right. Not anymore. We
No.
used to. We used to allow it. I think that rule probably got implemented because of me. But
Why doesn't that surprise me?
yeah, but yeah, so we ended up doing that, and yeah, let's just say shit was really. I did some shady shit as a 5M cop, and I still kind of like, and that's the thing, like for the people who have been here for a while, which unfortunately it aren't much people, but the people who do know that I used to do that shit. Well, I know like Kirk, he'll be like, "Are you taking this guy down by the river?" I'm like, "No, not this guy. He's not worth it." But it's just funny, like some people like bring that up, and I'm like, "Shh." So there's my story time for the next hour. But
yeah, the goofy shit you used to do. The goofy shit you used to do. You'll have that though.
so I did see we have.
Still waiting on Thomas, right?
No, I am not waiting for her.
I'm
She's
definitely
gonna
not waiting that long.
She's getting home and she's gonna dismatch because I'm gonna hop on the server. So with that being said,
Yep.
thanks guys for attending the podcast. I'm gonna switch this to intermission.
Atoms fall apart.
Sorry.
Oh
Actually,
shit.
we'll switch this to my live scene.
Yeah,
And
I'm taking my happy ass to night time.
You suck. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm tired, dude.
You gotta get some rest. You've been dealing with that bullshit. So
It happens. So, all right, guys. Well, have a good night.
I'll see ya.
See you guys.
Later.
But yeah, I'm going to hop over. Oh, and I'm the only one here. Okay, well, for people sticking around, I'm gonna hop on the server, so we'll be in intermission.
Atoms fall apart.
Apparently, my webcam decided it wanted to.
Solar flares arrive.
Why?
Buildings collapse.
Whoa.
Only a few will survive.
Alright, whatever. I will do this. And switch over and get on the server. So, for those who want to stick around and watch me patrol. TeamSpeak. Connect.
Connected. Channel switched. Channel switched.
And